Diamonds has some very smart functions, such as translate function and the level manager, which allow you to quickly go from your 2D model to a complete 3D structure. In this video, the focus is on plate structures. The first example is the creation of a basic water storage tank. We only see the bottom plate right now, and there are two compartments. We select the whole model, so that means the plates, the borderlines, and the points, and we go to the translation function. Translation literally means translocation, so moving of the model. We do not want to move the plate, so I enter 1. This means that we will copy the plate one time. Let's say we copy 3 meters to the top. And very important now, I switch on Create Connecting Surfaces, as this will automatically generate walls. And I hit OK. And here's a 3D model, the walls, and the plate on top. And it's as simple as that. If you do not want a top plate, a lid on the box, you just keep the bottom plate out of the selection. For this I have a second example. So this is the same model again. I will only select the border lines by holding the Shift button down. Go to the translate function, 1 copy, 3 meter with connecting surfaces. And here's the water storage tank, but without the top plate. Next example is the floor, and we can do the same for this model. However, the first thing we need to do over here is remove the supports, otherwise the translation function will not work properly. So I select the whole model, go to supports, and remove all supports from the lines and from the points. Now that we have completely freed the model, I go to the translate function. I ask for 2 copies, for example, with connecting surfaces, and let's say 2.8 meter. And I hit OK. Problem now is that all lines have turned into walls, every single one. It would mean that you have to delete a lot in order to make this a real-life model. There is a simple solution, and I will start over by using the undo function first. The solution is not selecting everything, only the elements you want to copy or create. In this model, for my convenience, I have assigned a layer, a design type, to the lines that need to be turned into walls. So these are the pink ones. And I select the plate with the control button, and holding the shift button down together with the control button, I will additionally select these pink lines. And I will also select this point, and I'm holding only the shift button down right now, together with this point, because I want them to be turned into columns. Let's run the translation function again. I want 2 copies, 2.8 meter with connecting surfaces and connecting lines, because I really want to have the columns created. And we hit OK. And here's the result. We have a realistic 3D model which we can further design. The walls have a default cross-section and material. The columns not yet. In order to continue with the design, you should add a cross-section to the columns. Another example, the same floor again, but we will use a different approach. First thing we need to do is free the model. This time I will draw the walls and columns directly on screen. I will start with the column, so I select the column function and put the first column at this point and the second one at the back. As you can see, the column is drawn downwards and it has a default cross-section. The height corresponds with this height from the level manager. The current plate is considered as the cover of the first floor. And now I will continue with the drawing of the walls. You just draw them directly over the lines you want to be turned into walls. By clicking the right mouse button, I end the drawing function at this point and continue at another location. And it's as simple as that. Now let's talk some more about this level manager. It's a tool that comes in very handy when working with 3D buildings and repeating floors. You want to make sure that the level manager is active, and I open its window. We see in the window an overview of all levels. Each level has a name, a level height, and the total height with the corresponding y coordinate. On the left, there's a little eye to control the visibility of each level, and the pencil means that the current level is the active level. With the level manager, you can easily copy a level a number of times. So let's do this. I copy level 1, let's say 3 times, and I hit OK. Diamonds has created 3 additional levels, and I click OK to confirm. Lastly, let's say we need to change the level height. This can be easily done, again, with the level manager. I open the window, and I will modify the height of level 2 to, for example, 3 meter 85. I hit enter to confirm. The whole structure adapts automatically thanks to the use of the level manager. And that's how easy you turn a 2D model into a 3D structure with diamonds.